Welcome back to the Itsy Game series. This is the project setup tutorial. So today our objectives are going to be to set up a test map, set up our collections, create our folders, and choose our target platforms. This is going to be a pretty quick video. All we're really doing is setting up our working environment. So it's pretty quick, pretty easy. Um, if you haven't done the Toolbox tutorial series, I'm going to be using the Toolbox content from here going forward. I added a video for how to take that content and bring it over if you do want to use it as a plugin. If not, you can kind of cherry pick the stuff if you don't know how to make a gray box or you don't know how to make a 3-color vertex material. Those are the two we're going to be using going forward. So if you don't know how to do those, like I said, you can cherry pick the videos. It's not absolutely necessary to have those, but if you want to follow exactly along with where I'm at, that's what I'm doing. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get in there and get this knocked out, and then we can finally get started actually making the game happen. Okay, here we are back in Itsy. If you haven't done the Toolbox tutorial series, you won't have this, but this is the Toolbox plugin content. You can see it down here in my plugins. I went ahead and imported this in. So if you're interested in using these assets, you are welcome to follow along with the Toolbox tutorial series. You don't absolutely have to have them. But if you want your project to look exactly like mine or whatnot, that's that's the big difference there. For this project, we're probably going to be using the in fact, I know I'm going to be using the 3-color vertex material, and then I'm also going to use some standard gray box materials for this particular project. So if you don't know how to make those on your own, go ahead and watch the videos. You can watch just the videos you want. You don't have to do it as a plugin, but if you choose to, all the information is there. So what I want to do here is I want to kind of set up my project a bit. And then hopefully next week I should be able to get a video up where we actually start coding and making the game happen, and we'll be done with this kind of startup stuff. So like I said, I want to get my environment ready to go. So that's what this video is all about. So let's do that. So first thing I want to do is I want to add some folders in my game content. So we're going to want a maps folder. So I'm going to want a materials folder. So I like to have a deb folder for things that, I'm prototyping, trying to work out, whatever, stuff that I know I'm going to want to remove later. The plugins, the toolbox is meant for you doing some of that, but I also like to have an additional folder up here in case I need it. So we're going to want a folder for blueprints. And then I'm also going to want, let's see here, I got materials, maps, blueprints, assets, and characters. So this is mostly a personal preference thing. You can layers out any way that makes you happy. This is just the format that I'm using. So now I got the folder set up. These are just my big folders. I'm going to go ahead and create my test map. So I go to level, and then all right. So now I got a test map set up. Now, when I enter this project, I want it at this point in the process, I want to just go to this test map. I don't want to load up the temporary map or the startup map that it does. I want just my test map to pull up first. So in order to do that, I go to Edit and Project Settings. And then up in here is where we're going to change that. So, whoop. Okay, so we go to Maps and Modes. And then we select the map that we want to use. So I want to use my test map 1, and then I'm going to go ahead and just set my game default there as well. So this will automatically load that when the editor shows up and whatnots, and that'll be super helpful. While I'm here, I can go into supported platforms. Like I said in the video, we already know what our supported platforms are. They're going to be Windows and Xbox. So basically all the Windows stuff here. So we don't need TiVos. We're not shooting for Linux. We're not doing Apple, and we're not doing Android. So we do that, and that'll just clean that up. And then that should be good for that. We'll come back into some more of these settings as we go. Like we'll start setting up our inputs, I think, on the first video when we create our character and start getting the basic movement in. All right, so we got the maps and modes. It's going to pop up where we want it. Some other just kind of like nice things that we can do. I want to do some collections. So I'm going to add a collection and a local collection. So what a collection is kind of like a hotkey or a little palette of things that you can just grab from. So I can go gray box, and then I can open up my content here from my toolbox because I've already got all my gray box stuff set up here. And then I want everything but the masters. So I want all of my material instances for those. Go ahead and drop that into Graybox. And now when I go down to my collections in Graybox, all those are right there. I can just pick them at any point. Super handy. And then this will probably be a collection of one, but I'm gonna want to get a hold of it easily. So I'm gonna do 3 color, and that's gonna be my 3 color, my vertex color material. It should be in here somewhere. Yeah, right here. RGB master. Oh, I think I left. I didn't rename that. Huh. Interesting. Fix that at some point. At this point, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, so I brought in my 3 color, my vertex material. If you did the toolbox series, you'll be familiar with that. That's where this asset comes in. It's gonna pull the vertex colors off the mesh and then allow me to like add stuff to that. So I got my 3 color, I got my gray box, that's all set up. Those are real nice. So like, if I'm over here and, like I pick this box, I can go to 3 color, pop it in there. Gray box, pop it in there. Super easy, super handy. And then I don't have to go searching for it. Another thing that I like to do, again, this is all personal preference. I like to recolor these. So my materials, I'm going to set, I'm going to do like a green color because usually a material, if you look down here in materials, see it's got like a green color for the icon. So then I did that. And then maps are usually kind of that orange color. So set this color orange. You don't have to do this. This is just something I like to do. Then dev, I like to set that to like a color that, is odd. So like maybe a light blue gray. So that way it stands out. Blueprints, I want to set those to blue. Isn't too hateful. And then maybe I'll go back and change the colors for the characters and the assets. But at this point, I'm kind of happy with that. The things that really need to stand out, stand out. And then I think I'm also going to add another folder for gameplay. So that way I can put in gameplay elements, things that need to be in there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I really want to do. Yeah, I probably want to set up this test map. Probably be a smart thing to do. Don't save. Okay. All right. So the first thing I need some lighting. So add directional light. Add a skylight. And then visual effects. Give myself a sky atmosphere. I'm going to go ahead and add I'm not gonna add those just yet. I'm gonna do exponential fog just because I don't have anything down here and I want to see that black. Yeah, all right. And then if you did do the toolbox tutorial, this is exactly what I did over there too with that one. So I set all those to 0, 0, so that way they're just together. And then I can take them all, and I can set their location up a bit, so that way they're out of my working field of view. All right, so now I got those set up, and probably gonna want like some sort of test floor down here at the bottom, just that way when our character lands, he's got somewhere to hit. So let's see here. I think I'm just gonna do a plane, maybe. I think because I don't need it to be anything fancy right now. So I think I'm just gonna add a plane. So geometry. Should be now those are boxes. I want shapes, plane. Okay, set that to 0, 0, 0. F to get there. And then it's a 1 by 1, so it's a 1 meter square. So I want to make that a bit bigger. So I'm gonna make it 1,000 meter. Make it 500 meters. Actually, lock that down so I just do it once. Now I got this big old box. Yeah, that's a bit excessive. I think we'll make that a little smaller. Let's see here, 150, 100. That'll work for now. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add a gray box material to it. Nice dark floor. That's probably, yeah, that'll work for now. So I just want something for when my character spawns in, he doesn't fall to the ground for now. And then I'm gonna add a player start. Let's see here. Visual effects, geometry, volumes, all classes, basic. There it is, player start. Start him at the beginning, and it'll drop him down the N key. So it's like if you lift him up, see he's not on the ground. Hit the N key, it drops right back down. So at this point, that's a pretty good start. Hopefully, I should be able to, from the next video, we'll start doing actually building the game. I'm happy with this as far as an environment to work in, so I will be happy. All right, thanks a lot for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, I know this was kind of a quick video. I just did it in one take because it's just some simple stuff I wanted to get knocked out. Thanks a lot for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.